Hey, Roger. So what's going on with Mom?
They're just going to keep her overnight because she's got a catheter and she's got some pain, but they said she's not in any kind of danger or anything.
Okay, so when was the procedure over?
4:30, somewhere in there.
So 4:30. Do you realize that we've been waiting to hear something from somebody at some point? And I'm a little upset. Your phone's off, Mom's phone's off. Can't get a hold of anybody, can't get any information. Couldn't get back in the room. I mean,
Well, I'll tell you this. Whenever the doctor came in, and I was told by a nurse right before that everything was going along fine. There was no problems. I came straight out to the waiting room. There's nobody anywhere there. So I went back in, and after a while they brought Susie into the room.
well, I know Todd was here for a good 3 hours. Then he had to leave. And as soon as I got off work, we came in. I called finally, after several phone calls, I got a hold of somebody with some information, saying that she was out of the procedure, and that's it. But we've got to come up with a way to where we can get information, because this is totally unfair for us to be sitting and worrying and not knowing anything. You have my number. One of us is always here when anything goes on with her, but we never get any information. We never see you. We get no communication, and we need to alleviate that, because that's not good.
Well,
I mean, we've asked, I've begged, I've pushed, and it doesn't happen. And I don't know why. I don't understand why that's being withheld, or why it's not a thought in your mind, because I know you know it's important to Mom for us to know.
well,
And I kind of feel like it's purposeful, and I don't like to feel that way. And that's why I'm having this conversation with you, and why I waited out here to catch you, because I didn't want to miss you on an elevator or anything like that. So I've been waiting here since 5 o'clock for you to come out, for me to ask you, is there any way going forward that you can please let us know as soon as things are over?
well,
If you don't want to talk to Todd or Sean in person, I understand, but you can call me. I don't know what the issue is.
I don't have any problems talking to Todd. I don't have any problems talking to you. And I was also doing, whenever that they brought her back to the room, she ordered something to eat, and I was feeding her.
But at some point,
And I
at
came
some
out.
point, if you don't see anybody, you need to call somebody. And
Well,
it's not that hard. It's not that hard.
I
And
thought somebody would be there. Now,
Well,
I
Todd has
understand.
been there. Todd, do you know how hard it is for Todd to even be in this hospital? Like, every time he walks through those doors, he has PTSD with the hours that the month that he spent up here with Sophia.
Well,
I mean, that's, and for him to sit and wait and not hear anything and not be able to get any
And
information.
I understand you being concerned.
Yeah, we've got to have some way to where we can get real-time information.
Okay.
And if you can't do it, then I've got to figure out something else, because I can't go through this, and I can't keep everybody at bay and try and be a peacekeeper in this situation either. It's not fair. It's not fair to any of us. You included, like Mom included, any of us. We've got to figure out a way to get the information quickly, not as you're leaving. Because I guarantee I wouldn't have gotten any call from anybody tonight either.
Well, your mom said she was going to call. I asked her if she wanted me, what she wanted me to do.
Well, Roger, I'm sorry, but you know that we are waiting on news. She was in a procedure. You know we're waiting on news.
That's why I came out immediately when I got the first
Okay,
word.
so if you didn't
and
see
she
anybody,
wasn't out yet.
okay, that's fine. If you didn't see anybody, you need to call me, please.
And
If this can't be done, you need to tell me right now if this can't be done. Because if it can't be done this way, then I'm going to have to figure out some other way. And I will figure out some other way if you're not willing to do this. But if I'm giving you...
Look, it's not that I'm unwilling.
Well,
it's just...
Roger, you haven't, and you haven't ever. I mean, this is a repeat thing. This is not the first time.
There are times when there is somebody in the waiting room, and if I come out, I tell them. The other time I was back there with Susie for...
All I'm saying is, if you come out and you don't see anybody, please call me. Please call me. One of us needs to be called and notified as soon as you know something. As soon as you know something, I don't care what it is. We need to be notified. If you don't physically see anybody, you have a phone, you have my number, you need to call me.
And the other time,
and
Susie and I thought she was going to have this done. Both of us did.
I
but
know.
see, they didn't do it.
No, because you guys didn't understand what the doctor had said about the whole situation, obviously. So that is a bit of a concern for me too. To be quite honest, I think one of us kids needs to be in with the doctor when he comes out and has a talk too, so therefore nothing is missed. It's always good to have an extra set of ears. But I get the feeling that you're not comfortable with that, and we have no say-so with that, which is fine. But if that's the case, we still need to know if she's out, if she's okay, if she's being kept, if she's going to be here or not. But that's all I'm saying is the next go-round, we need to do things a little differently, because I can't do this like this. I can't do this like this. It's not fair to leave us kids worrying to death and not having any information.
Well,
it's not fair.
That's why, and I don't know what you believe of me, probably always the worst.
No, I don't always believe the worst, which is why I'm trying to have a civil conversation and explain. I just need your guarantee that this is not going to happen like this again. Because it's happened like this 2 weeks in a row. And that's not fair, and it's not right. And I tried to have a little talk with Mom about it. Not being accusatory towards anybody or anything, just saying, hey, we need to figure out a way to make sure I get information. And I thought maybe that would help, but this has kind of proved that
we weren't here for an extended period of time.
But if you are, I mean, Roger, I'm sorry, but common sense says to let one of us know. And you don't, because you don't think about us at all. That's how it comes across.
Well,
you may be thinking about us, but that's how it comes across. It comes across that you don't give a shit, that we are worried and that we are scared and that we need information, and it's almost like a power play. That's how it comes across. Now, I'm not accusing you of that. I'm just telling you that that's how it presents. That's how it's perceived. And I'm giving you an opportunity to correct that.
I'll ask you a question. When I'm back there in that room and they're taking your mom back to do a procedure you already know about, there's not any information until somebody comes from
until somebody comes out and tells you.
Or the doctor comes and tells.
Right.
And I immediately got up, came out, and there wasn't anybody there, and I couldn't believe that there wasn't anybody there at all in the waiting room. And I know, look, she's your mother and you love her.
Todd left at 4:15 because he had to get to the cemetery to light candles. And he was back here at 5 because the cemetery closed at 5. He was back here at 5:15.
Well, I looked in the waiting room and it was about 1:15 or 10 till 4, and there was nobody.
Well, somebody was around. He might have been in the bathroom or went to get something to eat or something, but somebody was here at this hospital. Somebody is always here anytime.
I did try to do...
No, you went and you looked, you didn't see anybody, and then you were done with it. You assumed that nobody gave a shit. So you assumed...
No.
Well, when you said I didn't see anybody there, actually, I'm going to stop this conversation because I don't want to get emotional. and pissed off. I just want to guarantee from you that you will at least call me. If you don't see anybody in the waiting room to talk to the next time, please call me. Can you do that for me? Or is that asking too much? Because if it's asking too much, you let me know now, and I'll figure out a different way about it. If you don't want that responsibility, that's fine. I can figure out a different way about it. But I don't want to be under the assumption that you're going to call and then you not call, and then here we are again. So if the expectation is that you're not going to call, then that's fine. You let me know up front. I'll figure something else out. But I got to know which way to go, because I can't do this again. I can't do this again. And I'm sure you can understand my point on that.
Yes, I do.
So I don't know if you want to think about it. I don't know if you want to.
I wish you would just get that kind of stuff out of your
But
mind.
that's what it feels
and if
like.
you remember.
But Roger, that's how it's perceived. That's how it feels.
Well,
I'm not saying that's what it is, but I'm telling you that's how it
because of a lot
feels.
of the crap in the past is probably why that you have that still hanging on. If you remember, I called you numerous times that one time, and you said it doesn't matter what hour of the night it is. And the last time I called you, it was about 3 or 3:30 in the morning, and you didn't answer. And you said, well, I was tired and I went to bed. And you told me.
Oh, we're not going to do. Okay, we're not going to do this.
But
because
the point is,
but you know what though?
I call you numerous times.
No, you didn't call me numerous times. You called me once. I have the phone. I have the voice messages. I have the phone log. You're not going to turn this around like this. I'm sorry. We are not going to do it like this. This is not what's going to happen. Going forward, are you going to call me or are you not? That's all I'm asking. I'm not talking about anything in the past. I'm asking you right now. Going forward, are you going to call me or are you not? That's an easy question, yes or no?
Yeah, I'd like to preface that by one thing. See, I have a feeling on this side, it doesn't matter what I do, something is going to be found wrong with me.
Roger, all I'm asking is, are you going to call or not?
Absolutely, I will.
Thank you. That's all I'm asking.
But regardless, I'm going to bet you, fault will be found with something about me. I guarantee you.
And you know what? I'm going to bet you that some fault will be found with something about me and both of my brothers as well. It's a two-way street.
There is nothing here.
You've already tried to fault Todd and tried to fault me just in this conversation. And I'm not trying to say anything to fault you. I'm just telling you how it comes across and asking you, are you going to call or are you not? You said you're going to call. I am fine with that. I appreciate the time you have taken to talk, and I'm hoping that you're telling me the truth and that you call. Because if you're not going to, I just need to know now so I can figure out another way. So it will take the stress off of us. If you're not willing to do that, that's fine. And I'm giving you permission not to.
I've already told you.
Okay, then I guess we're done. I'm going to go see my mom before visitor hours are over.
Well, her room is
3106. I already called and got the information. I had to call and get the information. Never should have had to call. I should have already had that. Thanks. Have a good night.